Hello everyone, this is Franco Bot back to another video, and today we're going to be looking at the Transformer Cybertron Wingsaber. Well, before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below which video, or what else would you like to see in a video. So on to the figure himself. Here we have Wingsaber in his very heavily armed play mode, and when I say he's heavily armed, if I saw this thing flying at me, I would turn tail and run. Because, on both sides you got, firing missile over here. You got, 4-pod missile here, 4-pod missile here. Machine guns. And then the dual machine guns up here. And yeah, I would turn tail and run. But, yeah, I really do like this plane mode. It is very hefty, as most Cybertron figures were, at least of this size class. And he rolls really smooth. Like, this is buttery smooth. Yeah, he likes to, do that, little spin around. But, yeah, just because most of the weight is centered mass, well, this one really isn't too much. Like, you could even fold up this landing gear and he'd still be fine. But, he's a plane, so we gotta make sure all landing gears are out. But anyways, let's take a quick look at all that detail. So please focus. Thank you. Get the nice red for the cockpit area, or the nose cone going into the cockpit, and that's done in kind of a nice silvery blue as well. Yes, he does have electronics, but since I record late at night, I don't put them in. Really, all it does is just machine gun noises for that. So, but then going down the rest of the plane, you got your typical kind of aerial bot type thing right here, and then you got some nice red for this section right here. Please focus. Thank you. Get some nice red and kind of gray right here. Get that same kind of brownish plastic as like what will be his legs. Spoiler alert. And then, are you okay, cat? Sorry, my cat is playing with a spring and I don't know what she ran into. I think she's okay. So, anyways, you get the nice red for the wingtips right here, and then you get this nice, interesting Autobot logo, which I'm assuming is something to do with the flying aerobot thing for this universe. So, yeah, looks very good, very, very great jet mode. And he does have minicom ports on the side, so you can take, this is Armada Makeshift, the one of the Burt color versions, and just plug on a minicon, and there you go. Now he's even more armed up. Yeah, like he needs any more arms. So, but anyways, for a real quick size comparison, here we have backstop. Oop, forgot to flip out his tail. So here we have backstop, and yeah, and poor backstop needs a growth spurt, honestly. And for someone more in his wheelhouse, here we have evac. So not too shabby. They're about the same in length. Obviously not going to be in width or anything else. So there's that. Now, should I do the Cyber Key now? Why not? He does come with the Cybertron key. So I don't think this is the correct key, judging by the code, but I don't care because the codes no longer work. But a very nicely detailed key. And you'll just slort it. You'll slort it in right there. Yeah, that's a word now. And what it will do is, if I can find a good place to grab it, is split the nose cone to give him a ginormous cannon on the front with an LED in there. So yeah, and I think if you keep pushing the key forward, it would keep making noises, but yeah. If all these missiles on the side of the wings and the machine guns and those machine guns isn't enough, this will definitely scare you off. So, yeah. So I think that's about it for jet mode. So let's get down to robot mode. So first things first, flip up the landing gear. Then you want to take the whole nose cone section and bring it up and double hinge it, come back. More so a triple hinge because you got a hinge in here, hinge right there, and a hinge that is connecting these two together. So just bring that back, and it doesn't really tab into place. It just kind of sits there. Then we're going to come back here and take the what will be the feet, bring it, untab them, put these up, and then we'll deal with that later. Straighten that out, straighten out the foot. Listen to all that nice ratcheting. Do the same thing on this side real quick. so we can take his butt plate, flip it up, rotate him around, straighten out the legs, quite literally just kind of leave them at this weird A stance 4 right now. So that way we can bring his waist forward one click, so that way you can rotate it, assuming it will actually rotate. I have to get that, move this up out of the way just a tad, get that one more click, then rotate it around, there we go, and flip that down. Now for the knee pads, you do want to actually slide them down. They will slide down, and there is the lower half. If I can get you to stand, that would be great. Okay, now to get the upper half, raise up, there we go. Ooh. And then you want to go ahead and, I guess, just, let's actually do the arms. So just untab them from right up here and just straighten them out. First, you also want to slide them back on this right here. Slide them back, and that'll give you his fingers. I even push this one in just a little bit to form a thumb. So just kind of straighten all that out. Yeah, there we go. Then do the same thing for this side. So push this in. Sometimes it's easier just to push in the one that actually goes in. So do that. And then just come up here and flip up the head. Flip up the head. I said flip up the head, thank you. Then just rotate it around, and there you go. There you have Wingsaber in his robot mode. And just kind of get that to stay. There we go. So yeah, it's a very bulky robot mode. Yeah, but it looks very good. If you can just actually stand, his nose cone is pretty heavy. So, but a quick look at that face sculpt. So focus, thank you. Get some nice bronze for the face. Kind of this gray for his head crest, or words. Green for the eyes. His face makes it hard to get into. Let me see if I can get some better light. There we go. A little bit better of a light. Not by much, but a little bit. So, yeah, not too shabby. And you get the nice shiny Autobot symbol, some nice yellow right here, yellow for right there as well. Going down the body, looks pretty nice. And, typical airplane transformer backpack, it's forgivable. Now, just get him to stand. Come on, please just stand. There we go. So, what do we have articulation-wise? Well, the head can do a full 360. He can kinda sort of look up. It just looks weird. So now beware of this piece right here. It does like to pop off, and I might have just, there we go. So just gotta work at this to get back up. It does like to pop off just because this neck panel his head sits on does snap into place. So all right, for the arms, you really don't have anything up unless you just untab it, and then you only have a certain range, but you get a little bit of outward as well. Not by much, seeing that, it looks a little bit disoriented. But, oh well. You get a bicep rotation, a double jointed elbow bend. You get a slight waist swivel, only one click in each direction. I don't know if you kind of count this as an ab crunch, but you do have one. So legs can move forward that far. Back is non-existent because of all the junk, but he can almost do the full splits. If you got this piece out of the way, he can do the full splits. You get a thigh rotation, 90-degree knee bend, and as you see, the feet do move up and down, but there is no ankle tilt. So there is that. Now, besides the weaponry on his wings that I wish could rotate forward, like in the show, that would have been so cool, you can come to his butt and get these things out right here if you would like. So let me see if I can get one out. Come on, wiggle out. Wiggle. Come on. This is the one thing I don't like about the figures. There's really no good way to get into this that I have found. So, come on. Okay. I'll be right back, folks. Okay, I'm back and I got the piece out. So you want to take this piece right here, focus, which is molded pretty nicely, and you'll be using this peg, and then you want to come to the wing, kind of open this up a little bit and remove that wing stabilizer. So kind of helps if you also maybe move this arm up. So you want to undo it from this gray section right here. So undo that, pull it out, just kind of put everything back. So, oh, come on, Wingsaber, please stand. Thank you. Nope, nope, we are not playing Limbo. It is not Limbo time yet. It's not Limbo, it's too late to play Limbo. Anyways, so you want to take the focus, thank you. So you want to take the ports and line them up. Then on the arm, he's got a peg hole, and then just line that up, and then just kind of rotate that how you want to. And now he is ready to battle Megatron with one blade. I don't know why he always did one blade on this show. I think it'd be easier to do too, but okay. So, but yeah. Anywho, please, Wingsaber, quit being the drunken sailor. Anyways, for a real quick size comparison, here we have Backstop in his robot mode, and he's very short. Comes up to his knee pads. So, but here we have his other flying buddy, AVAC. So, yeah, not too shabby. He does about a head shorter, so not too shabby. Now in this mode, he can deploy his cyber key gimmick, just kind of over the head, and all that, and then you just insert the key. So we're going to do that right now. Nope, come on. There we go. And now he is ready to blast them as well. So, not too bad. It would have been kind of cool if this somehow rotated, but I don't know. Would have been too much to ask for. Now, this piece that's back here, you can lift this up. This is more for Sonic Wing mode, but I don't see why you can't, incorporate it in. Just kind of got to play with all the joints a little bit. So, got to straighten that out, and then just kind of, like I said, just kind of play with the joints, but yeah, there you go. And speaking of Sonic Wing mode, let's get down to that, shall we? So, what you want to do is remove this, set that off to the side. So, basically, you're going to return most of them back to alt mode, so just, flip out the fingers, then just kind of rotate these up, and I like to rotate them around, so that way the wheel is, you can do it either way, however you would like. So I kind of like to have the wheels outwards. So do the same thing for this side. Just kind of rotate those out. Flip these out. You also want to remove this section right here, which does have a firing missile. So just beware. So real quick. So missile fires okay for a spring that is now 20 years old. And my cats are going crazy. Anyway, so flip these out and just lock them in. So take that off, flip this out. You might as well go ahead and remove this piece as well. That'll be the sword for the other side. All right. So for the head, you want to, just rotate it around, push this back, take the chest, kind of untab it from right here, and then it should untab from the sides as well, and just kind of pull all that out and just up and up. Then just return the legs back into alt mode, so rotate them around. There we go. Kind of bring this piece down. Nope, we want that up. Split the legs. This should tab into place. Flip this down, rotate, and just kind of collapse all this up. Come on. And just gotta play with the hip joint. There we go. So you want to make sure it is on this outer one right here, or the inner one, however you want to look at it. Bring up the knee pad and push it down. Come on. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes the hips don't want to line up properly. But anyways, so do the same thing for this side. Here we go. Push that knee pad in. Get this lined up. And there you go. There is Wingsaber ready to go. So I'm going to bring in Optimus real quick. And to get him prepped, you just want to remove his backpack. So, and I do recommend bringing the legs out one click. Arms, just bring them up, something like that. All right, so first things first, you do want to take the these pieces right here, make sure that this is facing up. And what this will do, I'm going to grab the other one real quick, is this yellow bit right here will clip in right here. Then you got this, where'd it go? Okay, got that right here. This piece, focus, that blurry tab right there, where you can barely see it with my thumb because it doesn't want to focus, will slide in right where this wheel is. So, and then this peg will go into the gun hole right there. So what I recommend is putting at an angle and then line it up. Then just line up the gun, put that in, come under here, kind of push that forward and up, and there is his feet. So do the same thing for this side. So just want to tab that in, get that tabbed in, line up the gun, and then line that up by pushing it up. So there you go. Now, the way Wingsaber is going to connect is two ways. So first way is you see this yellow clip right here will go into this slider right here, and then these pieces right here will kind of snap over this section right here. So get this lined up. Oh, and also these sections right here will go into where the arms would sit, or those joints will sit. So get this tapped in, then just bring this down, get that snapped in, push this in, and then finally open up the chest, bring down Wingsaber's arms, and there we go. Woo! Here we have Sonic Wing Mode, and I just have to push him back as he's kind of back heavy for right now. So there is Sonic Wing Mode. So what can you do with the pieces that we kind of pulled off? Well, you can just plug them together, and depending on which side, so this, we're going to bring in Optimus real quick, open up his hands, and the typical port, this has that tab right there. So just go ahead and line that up, and that'll give Optimus his blades that he used. So come on. Wait, I have these backwards. So sometimes, okay, let's see if this is right. Okay, nope, that is the wrong one. Okay, so I think you want this piece, this detail out right here. So then just get this kind of lined up, which I wish they gave the thumb just a little bit of outward movement, so that way it'd be easier to line things up. There we go. So that's how you want it looking in his hand. Push that in. And this is the wrong blade. I like mine with the, that facing outward. So there we go. I know that's just a me thing personally, is having it out like that. So come on, get this into his hand. Get that into his hand. And as you see, my Optimus is kind of back heavy. That, mostly thanks to the hips not wanting to support all this extra weight. And that is why you do need to have these right here. To counterbalance it, you do want to bring this up. And like I said, use this piece to your advantage. Get this lined up. And there are... There are two tabs going into two slots right here. So you just want to kind of line that up, and it will tab into place. And then I just leave the Cyber Key gimmick activated in this super mode, because why not? It's Optimus the flipping Prime, because, yeah. So get this. There we go. And that kind of helps counterbalance the weight a little bit. So, yeah. I need to probably open up those hips and see what's going on. But anyways, for just a size comparison, here we have Evac and Backstop. Poor Backstop, you can't even see him. So we zoom out. So yeah, pretty good. So overall, I do really like Wingsaber. This, Sonic Wing Mode is definitely better than Savage Claw Mode in terms of actually getting Prime combined. It's so easy, so simple, and everything. Wingsaber as a figure is fantastic. I have really no complaints considering his age and, it was more of a gimmick thing than an actual articulated, like, Legacy and Age of the Primes and all that. So I can forgive, the lack of outward movement in the arms and the awkwardness of it coming up. So, but yeah, I would love to see like Fans Hobby or some other third-party company that is not Transform and Roll Out. They need to prove themselves, just prove themselves again. From what I heard, their jazz was good, but anyway, so yeah. But yeah, I would love to see a third party take a crack at this Savage Claw mode. I would love to also see them be able to take Savage Claw mode and Sonic Wing mode and merge them together, because unfortunately you can't do that with the original figure unless you took off his arm, just because how everything works. So that would have been too much weight on his back. Those hips could not support it. But yeah, I would say get this guy, but you're going to be looking at probably roughly 200 USD complete. That's just because, this was my time of searching eBay. Every part that could be missing. Alright, apologies for the jump cut. My mic decided to just stop on me, so here we are again. So yeah, overall Wingsaber is definitely a fun figure. A little bit, the nitpick is that hip joints are a little bit loose. Can probably fix that myself, no issues with that. Definitely a pickup in my opinion, if you can find them for a decent price. Last I checked, you will probably be paying over 100 USD complete. Like I said earlier in the video, I believe, when I was searching around originally, I found Wingsabers are missing any part that you can think of. Even, the cockpit area up here. It's like, how? So, yeah, Sonic Wing mode in general is the best combination. So, there's that. But I think that's about it. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and all the fun stuff. And stay tuned for more video reviews.